Hey everyone, welcome to Plants and Politics. So late yesterday, new information was revealed about payments made by Joel Greenberg, that is the good friend of Matt Gaetz, who seems to be poised to take him down. So the Daily Beast obtained documents that showed that Greenberg sent over 150 Venmo payments to dozens of young women, and they ranged from hundreds of dollars up to thousands of dollars. This included a $300 payment to the girl who was 17 years old at the time, the one at the center of all of this that really launched this whole thing about Matt Gaetz and potentially his involvement in child sex trafficking and so forth. Greenberg sent the payment to this 17-year-old when she was 17. So he paid her when she was still a minor. This occurred in June of 2017, and in the memo field, he noted that the payment was for food. That's a lot of food. I don't know how many people were eating, but $300 for food is quite a bit. And in fact, Greenberg paid quite a few women for food, usually in the amount of $300 or $500. The Daily Beast noted that, quote, in one instance, Greenberg paid a woman $500 for food, switched the credit card that was attached to his Venmo account, and then paid that same woman another $500 for, quote, appetizers less than 2 minutes later. So again, this is on the Venmo app. If you're not familiar with it, you haven't used it, you can attach different credit cards or different accounts to the app and use various methods, use different accounts or credit cards to pay people. And you have the option to make a note as to what that payment is for. You have a memo section and you can either write something in or you can use an emoji to say what that payment is for. So he's putting in there $500 he paid this woman for food. Again, hell of a lot of money for food. And then 2 minutes later, he pays her with a different credit card and it's for appetizers. That's a hell of a lot of appetizers. In 2018, Greenberg paid the same woman using taxpayer money this time. So that $500 payment for food and then the $500 for appetizers was on his personal cards. But in 2018, according to a contract that was obtained by journalists, Greenberg gave her thousands of dollars for what he called social media consulting and marketing. I don't know if you guys have been following my show, but I've been doing quite a few stories on this because every day there's just more and more coming out. This guy was paying a hell of a lot of people for social media and marketing services. I mean, this was just like his go-to excuse. How many people can you have working on your social media? And what, as a tax collector, why do you need a social media marketing person or a consultant? We know why. In addition, the records that the Daily Beast was able to review showed that Greenberg sent at least 16 different payments to 12 different women. And he noted that those payments were for school. So each of those payments were for approximately $500. Some were over $1,000. So what a guy, right? I mean, to take such an interest in the higher education of young women, what a great guy. Gosh, he's just a humanitarian, this one. Amazing that he didn't care to help any men with their education. Other Venmo payments that they saw had memos stating that they were for, quote, ass. That's pretty blatant. I mean, doesn't get more honest and real than that. And then some just had the lipstick, like kiss emoji. And then others said that they were just for, quote, stuff. Another one said for or her stuff. I don't know if that was a misspelling. Then there were three payments in the amount of $500, $500, and $250. That's $500, $500, and $250 that said they were for ice cream. I know there's some expensive ice cream out there. I mean, Nancy Pelosi has a freezer full of really expensive ice cream, but that's a lot of ice cream. And there were 5 additional payments that were said to be for salad. Really? Really? And one of them was for more than $1,000. Maybe to toss his salad, but not for salad, I would venture to guess. Then Greenberg sent another $500 payment to a woman on Friday, July 7th of 2017. The memo section for that payment showed only an emoji of a policewoman, whatever that means. But according to county records and social media posts, Greenberg used his taxpayer-funded credit card to pay for a hotel stay that same weekend at the Four Seasons Hotel in Miami. So he's not only ripping off the taxpayers to go stay at a hotel in Miami, because we know from what I'm going to tell you right now that this was for pleasure. The day after he made that $500 payment, he and Matt Gaetz each posted a group photo on social media. I believe it's the same one that's been going around and that I've used on this show, of the two of them having dinner with Trump ally and all around prick Roger Stone. So that was that weekend. So what is he paying a woman $500 for on a weekend that he's off at a hotel in Miami? And the Daily Beast also reports that in 2017, Greenberg made another 16 Venmo payments to one woman, and they totaled almost $5,000. And over a 2-day period in April of that same year, so in 2017, he sent her more than $1,500 using the Cash App. That woman ended up, what do you know, as an intern in Washington, D.C. in 2018. So the very next year, she's interning in D.C., and she says that she dated Gaetz during and after her senior year of college. So this woman who Greenberg paid like $6,500 to, ended up interning in Washington, D.C., dated Gaetz while she was in college, and while he's a 30-something-year-old man, this is apparently Gaetz's ex-girlfriend who recently had her phone seized by federal investigators. And the Daily Beast also says that since they and others began reporting on all of Greenberg's financial transactions and Gaetz, many of these women who were paid by Greenberg are now trying to hide their social media profiles and their online relationships. So they're either unfriending people or they're making their profiles private, so nobody can see who they're connected to and what they're all about. The most obvious, they said, is the woman who is alleged to have been paid by Greenberg when she was 17. This is the same woman who Gaetz told his friends that he waited till she was 18 to have sex with her as a 30-something-year-old man. These two, they're just givers, I'm telling you. And after the Daily Beast published the details of the payment that Greenberg made to this 17-year-old, she went and changed all of her information on Venmo, and she's no longer friends with any of the other women who received money from Greenberg because she was connected to some of these other women before. She also dropped Gaetz as a connection on the Venmo app, and she's not the only one who did that. They said that Gaetz has recently lost 7 Venmo friends, just in the past week, and it included 3 women who had received payments from Greenberg. There was another woman, too, who dropped Gaetz as a Venmo connection, and allegedly she had received repeated payments from Greenberg, and she appeared in photos at a party with 3 additional women who had received money from Greenberg. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know many guys who are just sending money left and right to women on Venmo. I could be wrong, but it just doesn't seem normal that you're just randomly sending women $300, $500, all this money over all of these cash apps. And it's always for food or ice cream or school. Yeah. I think Borat would say he was making a sexy time. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. All right, guys, I will let you know as soon as I hear more because I know there's going to be more. As always, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Take care, and I'll talk with you soon.